Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 17 of a Stoneblock 2. Folks, we are making some progress here. Look at all these beautiful chickens up in here. All these beautiful cows in their various colors. You can see that we've already started milking several of them over here. Basically, I'm keeping out the cows until I am done breeding that particular cow. Once I've used all combinations of it, and then I'm throwing it over here into the milking area, or milking array, as the term may go. If we snap back into the side here, we can actually go downstairs and we'll take a look at some of our fluid progress. It's been going for a couple of days now while I've been messing with the chickens. Also, the water one is bugged. It just keeps going. Like, it never stops being milked. I guess if there's infinite water sources, it kind of makes sense that it would be available to us. But yeah, I haven't gotten around to building the machines to process the metals, so there is going to be like a huge backup the very first time that I set that up. But yeah, so, over 1 million millibuckets of milk. We've got crude steel, demon metal. These kind of came up. These are the latest ones that I've been doing. So they have less of a progress on them. Molten platinum. Yeah, we're doing good business here. We're doing good business here. On the chickens, I mean, the chickens do pretty good on outputting materials. So we're actually doing very solidly on all the outputs from the various chickens we've got. And I just thought that I didn't like really explain how you breed chickens. I mean, I think it should be pretty self-explanatory, but just to make sure, what you do is you look over here at roost, and then if you just hover over a chicken that's a breeded one, say ooh, here we go. Where's one? Coal here. So it says it's bred from flint and from log. So basically, you just take a flint chicken, put it here, a log chicken, and put it here, and then they will produce babies. And then one of those babies might be either of the parents, but it also might be the thing that you're trying to breed. So that's how you breed them together. I'm just going along the list, getting them all in a row, and so far I'm down to Snowball. That's what I'm at. Because I'm even doing the ones that I don't need, I have other sources from, just because I want to have them all. I want to be the best like there ever was. No one. I fucked up the song. Anyways, so yeah, that's how you breed chickens. Cows, you just use them like you do in normal Minecraft. You say you wanted to combine this night slime and this silver, right? I just hit this with wheat, that with wheat, and they make a baby. And sometimes it's the cow that I want, the mutant cow, the new one, and sometimes it is the old cows, either of the parents. So, consequently, from this, if we look at our quest log here, we actually have 47 quests that we can claim. So that's going to be how we start off the episode today, is we're just going to kind of go through them and see what we get, right? So let's clear out our inventory. We're going to throw down a super special one-time extra goodness crate here. Pop it here, and then we're just going to throw all of this stuff in there, except for this and this. Those will keep. Okay. So yeah, then we're going to go and claim some quests. Now you can just claim them all by using this golden apple up here, but who wants to do that, right? We want to see everything that we get. So, wither skeleton. We killed one going down below. Whoop up. Item magnet. From what mod? Pulls item and XP every 100 ticks. On by default, can be turned off by giving it redstone power. Interesting. I've never used that from Cyclic. Maybe we'll find some way to throw that together. I think that since we already have the item collectors, but this also does experience. That might actually be worth thinking about. Okay, so anyways, let's dive back into the quest book here. We'll go to storage, because I did make one of the black hole units to store one of the items that we get from the legendary loot bags that could not be stored in the drawers. It's the emerald upgrades. Even though we basically have infinite emeralds, like, these are the top tier ones, and I didn't see a reason to throw them away, so I just made a black hole unit to store them, because they cannot be stored in the drawers. It just literally will not let you put them inside the drawers. Even if you try to feed it through a chest or something like that, it just won't let you do it, because they go in the drawers as storage things, so can't do it. Kind of unfortunate, but whatever. So let's claim that reward. 12 epic bacon. A bacon. Put that there. In retrospect, I maybe should have a crate that's for the items. Yeah, so let's go ahead and pull that out as well. And we'll just put it over here near our draconium chest. So yeah, this is what we've collected so far. So let's go back, and that's all the storage. Now we got chickens, which, I mean, you can see we're getting, not really deep here, but I mean, seriously, a lot of stuff. We got a party pickaxe, which we have one of those before, I think. Another item magnet, okay. 8 black lotuses, very good. Skipping more Britannia stuff. Double layer capacitors. We can turn those into the top tier too, so it's definitely not a waste. Climbing gloves is actually a waste, yeah. And then more black lotus, that's cool. So then we got the snowball chicken. Get that. 3 hoppers. We use those in all kinds of recipes. We got 4 basic capacitors. Again, they can be turned into the upper ones, so it's okay. Void metal ingots. What is void metal from? Thaumcraft. Ah. Oh, I wonder if that lets us skip some stuff. I admit that Thaumcraft is not one of those things that I know very well at this point because it's changed so much from when I was using it before that I'm literally kind of in the dark about that. I don't even know what that is, honestly. Let's take a look. What are the recipes you can use it for? Yeah, whatever. Void metal plate. Oh, we can make void armor out of it, but warping? That sounds like the new mechanic that's bad. I wouldn't want that. I don't want to be warped. Oh, void metal seeds too. I mean, if nothing else, we could skip something because we could just make infinite void metal through that. That's kind of interesting. And then a whole bunch of ways that you can maneuver that around. Crimson Rites? That sounds like an evil book, doesn't it? Am I wrong in thinking that? It sounds like an evil book to me. Crimson Rites. That sounds like some kind of a blood magic thing, but it's definitely not. Well, anyways, okay, getting distracted. Getting distracted. Let's come back in here. We'll get this redstone chicken. A generator from which mod? Draconic Evolution. Okay, so this thing isn't terrible. It's definitely, it's not like an end-game energy resource by any measure, but it's definitely not a bad one. It's very efficient, I think, if I remember correctly. Redstone, or red chicken, we got some more chance cubes. Green chicken, we got an ender tank. I guess because I haven't gotten the clay chicken, oh, that's a slime chicken. I thought that was gunpowder. Alright, well anyways, yeah, we do definitely have more that we need to unlock. Flint chicken, more black loti, and then a building gadget. We already had one of those. It's an interesting thing to use. It's kind of complicated, it seems, as composed to the stuff that you otherwise have been able to get that helps you to build stuff like the builder's wands and stuff like that. It definitely has more options. An ultimate furnace. There we go. We love these things. They're fantastic. We throw them in everything. Water candle. Increase nearby spawns when lit. Do you have to put it in water? I wonder. Can we just, no? I bet you can put it on water, though. Bet you can. Okay, well, that's cool. And then, let's see, what else do we have here? Cocoa Brown gives us more chance cubes. Glowstone gives us 2 drops of evil. That's pretty useless at this point. We've got so much drops of evil. I think that we've actually filled up our chest. If we look over here. Yeah, 2048. I'd have to upgrade it to get more in there. I mean, it's okay, though. I mean, like, definitely, maybe if you haven't played all the way through like I have this pack, you can you're taking notes of how to do stuff in which order to help you out here if you just need a couple of those at the beginning. So we got the pink slime, a torch launcher, completely useless at this point. 12 more epic bacon, that's cool. Another water candle. 4 draconic cores. You use so many of those, it's never going to be a bad idea to have them. A resonant conversion kit. That is really good, actually, because this is the one This is the one that actually is not the step-by-step. It just takes whatever machine you have from thermal expansion and upgrades it to the fullest, the top tier upgrade that you can get without having to do any of the lower tiers. So I think we actually have a machine over there that's doing some business for us that isn't upgraded at all from thermal foundation, I think, right? We got this induction smelter, arcane ensorcellator. We actually have several of them, as it turns out. Glacial precipitator. So the one that I'm most likely to use again is none of them. The induction smelter. So yeah, we'll hit that one and... Oh, let's just do the arcane. No, let's do the... We'll save it. We will save it. We'll find a use for it later. Okay, so then let's keep going down. We got liquefied coal, an advanced item collector. We've got a lot of those at this point. Another water candle. Another water candle. An Invar laser gun. That's the one that we just modded and made better. So this is how we got it, was through one of these loot bags. More black low tie. A cobblestone generator at basic tier. 6 Phantom Face. That's a good reward, actually. Phantom Face is from actually additions you can use to access stuff that you cannot see in other ways. There's like a player interaction thing that you can do. I'm not 100% certain on it, but I've definitely used it before, and I know that those are, I think they're kind of expensive to make. Oh yeah, empowered diamantine and a block of ender pearl and the advanced coil. Yeah. But if we look over here, you can see Phantom Faces. Here we go. Are a simple way to connect inventories together. They have a very important twist, however. Instead of just connecting 2 inventories, it simulates the inventory it is connected to, meaning you can put items into and pull out of the Phantom Face itself. Default range of 16 blocks can be upgraded with a Phantom Booster. So basically this allows you to access stuff away from where it's at. So if you had to put, say we were putting the mob farm chest inside of the mob farm and we wanted to access it outside of it, then we would be able to do so using Phantom Faces. So yeah, those things are darn cool, basically, is what I'm trying to say, and they have lots and lots of different ways that they can be used. So let's keep on kicking this down just a little bit. Molten Gold Spawner Changer, that's actually kind of a cool one, because we can make spawners in this one, we just haven't had to do it yet. 4 basic upgrades, an exchanging gadget, an induction smelter basic. I wish we had that earlier so we didn't have to make it. A silver... Oh, block of Insanium Essence. That's cool, I guess. We've kind of got a lot of that at this point. A torch launcher, blazing pyrotheum, 2 diamond tier upgrades, destabilized redstone, an Invar hammer. That's pretty darn useless at this point, unfortunately. And then 4 more draconic cores, and that's all of the rewards that I have collected so far. Of course, there's definitely more cows to breed, more chickens to breed. So we do have more rewards coming, although it's not for... the chicken one is definitely not for every chicken. The cow one, I think, is actually for every cow. I don't think there's any extra cows that aren't in the quest list. But yeah, so total aggregate from all of that we have got is this right here. That's everything that we got in this most recent quest getting upgradeness thing that we just did. So yeah, I'm going to put a couple of more things together and then we'll get on with what we want to do in today's episode. Give me just a minute. So, we're here in the end where monsters are spawning randomly because of all of the dark area, because of the gigantic chicken mess that happened. So why are we here, you may find yourself asking? Well, first off, getting more levels on our laser gun, not a bad idea. That's not why we're here. What we're here for is because we're hoping that in killing these Endermen, we will get a Spectre to spawn. Spectres are a monster that was added by random things, if I remember correctly. And basically, they will allow us to do some super cool stuff. We just have to get one to spawn. They have a certain chance to spawn anytime something dies. So Endermen, animals, whatever, does not matter. We just need one to spawn. So that is why we are here. So I'm gonna kill a whole bunch of things and see if we can get one of those guys to spawn. And this is what they look like. So you can't kill them with normal weapons. You gotta use splash potions on them. But then you get this ectoplasm. And that's what we were hoping to grab. So let us go back to our world, which I'm trying to find the entrance when I can just hit /home and we can go back. And then we're going to do something real cool here. So let me grab out a supply of some kind. And we'll come over here and we'll open up our tree farm area, and we'll drop one of these down, and then we'll hit it with this. Boom. That turned it into a specter sapling, which is how you get more of that ectoplasm without a potion-based mob farm. So basically, just like you could with the other thingies, the bonsai pots. You can put this in there and it's going to grow stuff for you. And then over time, you can get more the wood from it, more ectoplasm, saplings, and the leaves and sticks, of course. And this ectoplasm has a lot of different uses for it. I have covered some of them in previous episodes, but basically it can make string, illuminators, anchors, the ingots, which is the main thing that we want, and just a different way of doing the ingots. Oh, because you get 9 of them here. Okay, so yeah, but the uses of the ingots. We can make a sword, which will allow you to kill the specters without needing splash potions. So that's something that we'd want to do at some point. Lenses, we can do the specter coil transfer energy stuff, charger, and axe. Previously, you could also make a key to go into a different dimension, but I think it's disabled for this mod pack because I don't think that they want you to do it to go to too many other dimensions. At random, can you make key? No, I guess not. Maybe the mod author took it out. Maybe it's just disabled for this pack. I'm not sure. But it used to let you go to like your little old home dimension type thing. Since this pack also has compact machines, I think maybe they just disabled it. But anyways, so yeah, I'm going to get another one of these bad boys set up just like the other ones here. And then over time we will accumulate some more of this and we can do some of the stuff with it. For us, it's going to be transferring the energy around wirelessly because I think it's like a pretty cool way of doing it, honestly. So we're going to look into that stuff. I've got one other plan for today, but once again, I got to get some stuff together, so give me another minute to take a sidestep here and just make sure that I'm being super duper explicit about this because it's time for me to start a new chicken basically. So I've got ink black and I've got log because the next chicken in line for me is the string chicken. The snowball chicken's all 10 10 10, so we just throw both these in here and then they make a baby. For me, I rapidly left click this because I want to draw it out because I don't want to let it go into the machine and have it break and do its thing, right? So basically, just once we've got the string chicken, then we put it in there. We gotta get 2 of them. 2 string chickens. Right now the other chickens are just going into my inventory. That's why I sorted them out of my hand. Come on. Come on now. Show us that second string chicken. All of them have different breeding chances. Some of them are rarer than others. Some of them are easier than others. And sometimes you're just unlucky, which is what this is. Because I think that the string chicken actually has like a decently high spawn rate. We're just not getting it. But yeah, so that is how the breeding works for us. And then you just put them in there like you did the basic chickens. So now I need another minute to get ready for the last thing we're doing today. So I'm pretty glad we upgraded our induction smelter because we sure needed to, because this is how we get some of the press stuff, because the last thing that we're going to do is break our way into applied energistics. It is so past time for this. It's something I should have already done, honestly. So the way that you get the initial presses, which is these bad boys right here, which is used to make all of the other circuits that you make in applied energistics, the storage mod that we're going to be using for the rest of the series is through the induction smelter. So a block of Invarna diamond will make you the engineering one. A block of Invarn gold will make you the logic one. Block of Invar and Certus crystal makes you calculation, and Invar and silicon makes you the silicon press. Yes, most excellent. Then we need the inscribers to actually use them, which I have set up right here. This is the recipe flux crystals we've been getting from some kind of drop or something, like maybe through the loot crates or monster kills or something, because I have quite a bit of them built up. So we'll take out those, and you can see all of the quests will update, because actually getting the inscriber was the first quest. So then we will need something to grow crystals. So I'm going to make 6 of these crystal growth accelerators. That's another quest done. And then we'll make the upgraded one, just because it'll make our life easier. Boop. Seed farmer. This turns it, instead of something that you have to have out in your world, this turns it into just a block that you can access like you could anything else. And then I'm trying to remember, is it a quest? No, it does not look like it. But there's also an advanced inscriber, we can make here. But we have to hold off on that until we get some of the actual circuits done, which is the next thing we're going to do. So this right here, this we're going to tear out, because this computer was always meant to be a temporary structure until we broke into the applied energistics stuff, and then that's what we were going to put here. Now we're getting into it, so now we're going to tear that stuff down. So the first thing that you have to know about applied energistics, if you've never played with it before, is that it requires quite a bit of setup and logic with the various cables and stuff that you have to manage, which we won't need at the beginning, but we will definitely need towards the end. So what we're going to do here is we're going to make a couple of real basic things, and then we'll be able to get struck into this. So the inscribers themselves, we're going to have to do a really, really ugly kind of temporary setup for. And if I had been thinking a little bit more in depth, I would have prepared just a little bit more for what we need to do here. Because basically, the inscribers themselves, you have to just kind of click everything into. But we will need some redstone, we will need some diamonds, some gold, and some Certus. We need the charged kind though, don't we? I'm pretty sure. Which one was the calculation? Right? That uses either... Oh, it only uses the pure. Oh, well. Aha. That's why we made this crystal growth chamber. So we'll need this, and we'll have to supply it with power, I think. But basically, we just use this to turn some seeds that we get from the mod into this stuff. So we need some sand, actually. Let's grab some of that out. And then we will need some more. We need the charged kind, though. Do we have that coming in somewhere? Yes, we do. Most excellent. So, or do we need... No, we don't need the charged kind. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? We need the normal kind, because the normal kind is what we can grind up. There's like a weird bug with storage drawers where you'll grab out 2 stacks of whatever you're trying to grab a lot of times. It is annoying. Sag mill. So let us grind this down. See, it's not using up our the grinding ball that we have in place, because you can only get 1 dust per Certus quartz crystal. There's no chance to get a better one, so it just does not use it up at all. So there we go, we got that. If we combine this with sand, then we will get Certus Quartz seeds. And these seeds turn into the pure, quote-unquote, stuff. So now I gotta see, do we need power? Yes, we do. So let me see, do I have one of the things made up? Of course not. Do I have some of those, the bits to make them? I'm talking about the things that transfer power out of this. I don't think I have them made up in there, but I think I have some of them made here, don't I? Oh, I hate doing this. I hate staring at it because then I'm guaranteed to pass over it. So there's 2 of those things. Do I have them here? There they are. So I need 4 of those, and then a block of redstone. And then we can make one of the connectors. Doot, 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 and doot. That in the middle gives us a flux point, which enables us to draw energy from our network. So let's slap this bad boy down right up here, connect it to our network, and then it's still not growing. It's still not growing. Why isn't it growing? It's getting power now. It's definitely connected. Oh, you know what? Oh, it's been just a little bit of time since I played with Applied Energistics. There is some kind of, like, converter. Yeah, there we go. An energy acceptor. Acceptor. So that's quartz, glass, and iron. Yeah, I forgot about this. So Applied Energistics, for whatever reason, I'm not going to criticize it too heavily here, but for whatever reason, they just won't let it accept normal power, the mod author. You have to build one of these stupid things, and then it will make you more of the, or it'll allow it to take energy, but it has to do it through there instead of just doing it. So we put down some glass. We've already got some more of the dust made because I had to for the other stuff that I was building. Then we do that, and then we need a flux crystal. Yeah, see, I just have them over here in my thing, like I was getting them from somewhere. I assume that it's loot crates, so I don't think there's a mob that drops them. So there we go. If I grab this, and then grab this back up, and then put that on top of it, and then then it gets power, and you can see that it's starting to spawn the crystal seeds. So normally these things take a really long time to grow, but they won't despawn when you set them down in your world, so you don't have to really worry about them going away. But yeah, it takes forever. I mean, like maybe a full week for these things to grow in Minecraft terms, or a couple of days in real life or something like that. It's a crazy long amount of time either way. But yeah, so then you get the pure crystals, which is what we need for the infusers. And knowing that we have to use this thing, I'm actually going to move this over here. And then we're going to put down these... Oh. I'm going to fall through a hole. That's what I'm going to do. We'll put these down here, and then I think that they're already connected, but just in case, I'll go ahead and do this just to make sure that they're connected, because I think if they're touching this, then they're going to be considered connected. So this is what the inscriber looks like. You've got to drop your press in here. So silicon, and then not calculation. I want logic, and then engineering, and then calculation. And then this last one you use to actually put the circuits together. So we need redstone in the middle of that one. So in this one, you use silicon, which we don't have any of. I did not grab it preemptively. Either one of the silicon variants there will do. But basically, you just put it in here with the press, and then it will slowly, unless you add the speed up cards to it, go ahead and turn that into a printed silicon. And you can, with it's one of the machines where it takes different things from different sides. So if I had like auto insertion via a hopper or a cable or anything from the back, it would actually go ahead and just automatically put stuff in here, and then you take this slot out of the bottom. So if like I had a hopper going into a crate or something here, then it would go ahead and take it out of there and put it in there. So you could kind of automate these, but we're just not going to mess with it because our goal is to get to the advanced one as quickly as possible. So in this one, logic, you use gold, drop that in there, and then it will make you a gold circuit or a logic circuit. And then in this one, engineering, you use diamonds. So you have to wait for that to go up. In this one, you use the pure Certus quartz that you saw us messing with. And it does have that really super cool animation of pressing down and actually making the circuit. These machines are kind of neat. I mean, it's not like, I wouldn't say it's on the level of like some of the other, like Draconic Evolution has such cool stuff that it does. But I mean, like, it's definitely got some good animations. So we'll do that. The silicon goes in the bottom, redstone in the middle, and then you put whatever circuit type you want to make in the top. And then it'll mess with it for a second, press down, and boom, we got ourselves a printed engineering processor. So you can see, for each one of the ones you want to make, it takes another silicon. So you need a lot of silicon, which is why we're working on the chickens, so that we can get a lot of silicon going. And then you need a lot of redstone, which of course we've obviously already got that super duper duper automated. So, like I said, we want to work towards the advanced inscriber here. So we need more engineering processors. So that is the diamond one. So basically we got to sit here and make diamonds for a second. And once we've got the advanced inscriber, we have like an inventory that we can actually manipulate, so we don't have to worry about sitting here doing this or trying to automate it with hoppers and stuff like that, because honestly it's just kind of a pain to do it that way instead of just setting up the single blocks. It's definitely doable, but why waste the time when we don't have to? And then we need to make a disk drive. The disk drive, or I guess it's ME drive, right? It's not, it doesn't have disk in the title. An ME drive. So that's 2 more engineerings, and then that stuff which I already have set up on one of the crafting benches right over here. And once we have that, we can start making the drives that will allow us to store our items in matter energy form instead of in physical form. And we can get rid of all of these chests that we have just randomly lying about the base, which is definitely kind of the goal, if you will, because honestly, just having a whole bunch of storage crates that I have to go and look at, try to figure out where I stored the specific thing that I'm trying to find, is very, very annoying. So give me a second here. Let me put this stuff together, and then we'll come back as we're setting up the network. I will show you what it is that we are going to make to get that set up, and we will have a fantastic closure to the episode. So be right back. So I've got just a lot of stuff laid out here for us to look at and play with. This is the disk drive, so we'll go ahead and grab that first, since that's like the quest thing. I made 2 of them because I want one for immediate storage and then one for making more storage available to us later very quickly. Because the first drives that we're going to make are just going to be your basic 1Ks, because we've got a lot of like just one-off random items that we want to store, and unlike other storage mods, this one has like a limit per slot of what items you store. It's weird. It'd take a lot for me to explain. But basically, if you got a lot of single items, it's kind of good to have just a thing of 1Ks that you can store them in. So yeah, we'll go ahead and grab these out. These are the components, and then we put them in here, which is the storage housing. But if you have the components in there, then it just becomes the storage cells, and boom, watch that fill my inventory up. So we'll go ahead and throw all of these down in here. And then that gives us a pretty good amount of storage. I'm going to go ahead and set the priority to 100 here, because I want this to be a slightly higher priority, because I want single items to be stored here. Once we get into the priority stuff, or cabling up all of our storage drawers, then the priority will have to change a little bit. But it's not a big deal. It's not hard to do by any measure. Okay, so then we need a couple of annihilation cores and a couple of destruction cores. or annihilation and formation, sorry. And then we need a couple of illuminated panels, and then we put this stuff together, one of these here, one of these here, and then one of the illuminated panels, and we get a ME terminal. And then if we put the terminal in there with this, we get a crafting terminal. And so then we can put this right here, boop, and then boom, we have access to an ME network. We can put all of our items in here, like this one and this one, and also this one, this one, this one, and this one, and then how about some of this one, and then we can just back out of it, go back into it. It's still there. We can search it. We can change the way that it's viewed. I'm going to put it to standard search, yeah, because I just want to be able to search one off, and I don't want it to be automatically on there because I don't want it to remove whatever I have in JEI at the moment. But guys, yeah, that's our ME network done, and that's gonna have to be the close to this episode. I'm gonna move a few things around in between episodes, like take all of these storage crates and kick them into these things. But yeah, if you liked this episode, please show me some love down below with a like on the video. If you want to see more and you're brand new and you haven't already subscribed, please do so. If you don't want to have to figure out when I post new videos but just automatically get told, hit that notification bell and leave a comment down below if you have any questions or there's something else you want to say about the video. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see you next time. Later!